Take a look.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna do things a little bit differently for this Double or Nothing review. Normally after the show I record and I edit it, upload it, blah blah blah. So that's not the case this time. It's a little different format because that show went on really long, bro. It was a fun show, but it went on really long. I had to work yesterday. I'm tired. I was tired, man. There was a couple matches I fell asleep through. So, gotta switch things up a little bit. But as far as the overall show goes, even though it was long, even though I dozed off a couple times, it was an overall fun show. The pre-show I didn't really care about, but there was one announcement that was made. Tony Khan came out with Martha Hart. And once again, they announced the Owen Hart tournament, and I'm like, oh, brother, who cares? And I guess they kind of figured we all felt like that because this year, the winner of the tournament for both the men and the women will go on to wrestle the AEW World Heavyweight Champion and the AEW Women's Champion at Allin. So now there's stakes involved, there's something worth value involved, so that's pretty cool. As far as the rest of the show goes, man, it started off with Will Ospreay versus Roderick Strong. Fun opener, fun match. My only complaint, my only slight little nitpick about this match was you have the Undisputed Kingdom out there with Roddy trying to distract the ref. I think Matt Taven did a dive over the top rope on Will Ospreay. No, it was like a doomsday device on Will Ospreay. And my only issue with this is the fact that the referee didn't catch these guys, because even though Roddy had the referee distracted, you can still kind of see Matt Taven bouncing off the rope, to do the dive. So the fact that the referee didn't catch that, and the fact that you had the crowd chanting "Ref, you suck" after this happened, not really a good look. They kind of tried to make up for it when the referee tried to kick out the Undisputed Kingdom, but they didn't really do too much of anything. Wardlow tried to powerbomb Ospreay. He got caught. And as Wardlow was getting thrown out, he didn't really look like he cared too much. So I guess that's something to keep an eye on if you're interested in the Undisputed Kingdom, which I'm not. But we do have a new international champion, Will by God Ospreay. So good for him. Then after the match, you have Adam Cole come out. He came out to his own theme, not the Undisputed Kingdom theme. He comes out. He brings a story time with Adam Cole, baby. And then he's talking, he's saying a whole bunch of things, and one thing I noticed was he said that he's still rehabbing his ankle, which means he's not ready to come back yet. He's not in a wheelchair, he's not limping around, but he's just not ready to wrestle yet, so there's no telling when Adam Cole is going to come back. But one person who did make his return was MJF. MJF is officially back in AEW. He's back on the scene with the gangster lean, got his hairline fixed. He's got abs and everything now. He's got the 2002 Triple H jacket with the denim jacket on top of the leather jacket. I don't know what Triple H was cooking when he thought of that combination, but MJF took it and he made it his own. He comes out, he kicks Adam Cole in the nuts. He says that he's not leaving. He's down with AEW. He has an AEW tattoo, so that's kind of that's kind of some corporate butt kissing, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, MJF is officially back. He said he's done with all the goofy stuff. He's done with the kangaroo kicks. He's back to remind people that he's Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He's better than you, and you know it, and that no one's on the level of the devil. So that is pretty cool. That is, AEW has been missing something, and maybe MJF can be that spark to not just bring some type of attention back to AEW, but maybe some eyes, some ratings, because MJF is a proven ratings draw. So maybe MJF can be the person that helps with the ratings. So, good for him. And then after this, you had a trios match between Death Triangle and the Bang Bang Gang. And, I'm just waiting for Juice Robinson to come back. And he did. He made a turn and helped out the Bang Bang Bang, the Bang Bang Gang. So, they're still the tag team champions. I kind of wasn't really paying attention to the match. I just wanted to see Juice Robinson come back, and that's exactly what happened. And then we get a stretch of matches I didn't really care about. I think after this we had the Timeless Toni Storm match with Serena Deeb, and to be 1,000% honest with you, I didn't really care. The build was kind of all over the place. The match between these two, it went on too long. It was good, but there was a whole bunch of points during the match where I was like, yo, wrap this up. Wrap it up, B. But Toni Storm is still the AEW Women's Champion, so, good for her. So after this, we had the Orange Cassidy versus Trent match. Again, man, they could have left this off the pay-per-view, especially given the outcome, the result. It was the same thing as the Dynamite match. Orange Cassidy won. Trent's looking like he's lost his dog or whatever. Kind of pointless. Trent has a new theme, and Orange Cassidy has his Where's My Mind theme back. So I guess when you're saying the highlight of the match is the themes, that's not really a good sign, because I didn't care, man. Didn't care. After the match, you had Renee Paquette trying to interview Trent. Trent just no-sold it and just walked away. He said he's done. So I don't know what this means, but whatever. And then after this, we had the triple threat match for the FTW Championship. Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree, versus Hook and Shibata. And it was alright, man. There was one point where Shibata and Hook were throwing dice at Chris Jericho. And, it was okay. He had a masked man come in and, attack Hook and Shibata, and I'm thinking, oh God, it's Sammy Guevara. It's Sammy Guevara, guys. But it wasn't. It was Brian Keith. I'm like, no! Brian Keith is in the Jericho Vortex. Why, God? Why? So Brian Keith is in the Jericho Vortex. He's under the Learning Tree. Speaking of Learning Tree, you had Large William come out. He tried to do something. He didn't really do anything besides getting put through a table by a Hook. So, that was pretty funny. But other than that, man, Chris Jericho is still the FTW champion. Brian Keith is a part of the Jericho Vortex, and I'm just crying to you guys over the internet. So, there's that. So after this, you kind of needed something to bring the people back in, bring me back in. You had the match between Takeshita and Jon Moxley, and it was good. The only thing I didn't like is the fact that it's an Eliminator match, and I absolutely hate Eliminator matches for this very reason. I was willing to give this match a pass if Takeshita would have somehow beat Jon Moxley, but that wasn't the case. Jon Moxley ended up getting the win. His arm was all wrapped up and damaged and everything, but Jon Moxley was still able to overcome the odds and beat Takeshita. And I'm like, fuck, man, I hate Eliminator matches because the person that's trying to fight the champion never wins, man. I'm just really tired of Eliminator matches. This was really pointless. The match was good, but and I get that there's politics involved with New Japan, but whatever, man. So after this, business picked up because now we had the barbed wire steel cage match between Edge and Malakai Black, and this was really, really fun, man. There was barbed wire and blood, and Edge came out to his he pretty much did his WrestleMania 39 entrance when he wrestled Finn Balor. He came out to Slayer. He did the Brood entrance. There was fire and everything, so that was pretty cool. And even on the Titantron, he had the Brood in big bold letters. So I'm like, all right, maybe we might get a new Brood out of this. And like I said, this was really fun. There was one spot where Adam Copeland did a dive off the top of the cage through a table on Malakai Black, and Malakai Black was wrapped in barbed wire. So I'm like, God bless America, that was dangerous. And it's even more dangerous with the way Adam Copeland landed, because he didn't land like an elbow drop. He kind of landed on his legs as it was going through the table. So, and this was really noticeable at the end of the match because Adam Copeland was limping like MFer. So I'm like, man, I hope he's not really hurt. I'm pretty sure he's hurt, but I hope he's not injured. So during the match, Malakai Black kicked Adam Copeland through the cage, and they're fighting outside. And then you have the House of Blick show up, and it's looking like they're going to join up with Edge and form this new Brood that I was talking about. But that was a swerve. They end up attacking Edge. They're fighting in the ring. It's looking like Malakai Black is going to win the TNT Championship. But Gangrel shows up. Yeah, Gangrel show up through the ring. He spit blood in everyone's face. Edge hit a spear on Malakai Black. He made it, and Malakai Black passed out with the crossface with barbed wire. So that was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool to see Edge and Gangrel back together again. You know, puffy shirts and blood and fire and everything. So that was a pretty cool visual. So after this, we had the triple threat main event matches. The first of them, the 3 triple threat main event matches, was between Willow, Nightingale and Mercedes Moné. Now this was Mercedes' first match in over a year, her first match since her ankle injury. So, you know, I kind of figured that there would be some rough spots during the match. And, you know, like I said, it's her first match back. So I'm not really going to say, oh, she botched this or she botched that. Like, relax. But as far as the match goes, the aura was there. The crowd was locked in. You had people chanting for Willow. You had people chanting CEO. The match was really good. And to the surprise of not really too many people, Mercedes Moné won, and she's the new TBS champion. So, you know, Mercedes continued to make history, winning championships all over the world. And then after the match, you had Stokely yelling at Willow, and I'm like, you leave Willow alone, you bald bitch. And then you have Chris Statlander, you know, walking with Willow. And I kind of figured what was going to happen next, because it was reminiscent of when Kevin Owens debuted in NXT and he went to help Sami Zayn and ended up attacking him. It was more of the same. You had Willow attacking, you had Chris Statlander attacking Willow. Stokely Hathaway looking like a bald midget, an evil bald midget. So, you know, the heel turn is complete. We never figured out who attacked Mercedes, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure it was Chris. But yeah, man, Chris Statlander's a heel. Trent's a heel. Best friends are over. Stokely Hathaway short and bald. Ugh. So now we have the World Heavyweight Championship match, the AEW Championship match. Christian Cage had to go through whose house? Swerve's house. And, you know, it was a really good match, man. Swerve ended up getting the win with a Swerve Stomp and the house call, which is like the coolest move in wrestling. I say it all the time because it's true. So, you know, Swerve is still your AEW champion. So, fine match. I can't wait to see what Swerve does next. But now we go to the real main event, Anarchy in the Arena. You know, and this really lived up to the Anarchy name, because you had the final countdown being played as all these men are fighting to the death. You had Matthew Jackson getting on the microphone saying, cut it off, this song is really expensive, guys, we get charged $200,000 every time it's played. So that was pretty funny. You had Jack Perry attempting to murder Darby Allin multiple times. You had blood. You had Jack Perry being lit on fire. Tony Khan's rolling down the ramp like an idiot. But this was an overall fun match, man. It really lived up to the Anarchy in the Arena name. The Elite ended up getting the win, so, you know, good for them, good for everybody involved, you know. And the real Anarchy is the friends we made along the way. So there's that. So like I said, man, Double or Nothing was fun. Like, you could have left a couple matches off the card. You could have trimmed down a couple matches. And honestly, even though I like the MJF segment, you could have kind of cut that down a little bit too, because if you really think about it, you had 10 matches, 10-minute promo segment between MJF and Adam Cole. You really could have left that off. And I accomplished my goal. I recorded this video in one take as I'm pulling up to my job right now. So 10 points for Hufflepuff. With that being said, guys, what did you think of Double or Nothing? Let me know in the comment section below. Of course, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. You guys take care. Peace. I'm out. Peace, you cowards.